We just finished chapter 82 where we looked at how to create a community in a Joomla site. The next thing we are going to look at is going to be how to create a Joomla template. Remember, a template determines the appearance and the navigational structure of your site. So we are going to be using a software that is known as called Artisteer. After installing Artisteer, go to your start menu, click on programs, Artisteer 2, Artisteer 2. Artisteer is a software that enables us to create our own templates from scratch. This is Artisteer. With Artisteer, you can create different kinds of templates. You can use Artisteer to create a Blogger template for your blog. You can use Artisteer to create a Joomla template. You can use it to create a WordPress template, a Dropout template, even an HTML template. You can even use Artisteer to create an ASP.NET application template. But in this course, we are going to be using Artisteer to create a Joomla template. So click on Joomla. This is Artisteer. With this software, we are going to create a professionally looking template for our pharmacy websites. Now, there are two ways of creating a template, a Joomla template with Artisteer. The first way is to create it from scratch, and the second way is to use suggested templates. So to use suggested templates, come over here, click on suggest design. Artisteer will automatically give you over 1,000 different possible template suggestions. Anyone you like, you can use that one and edit it. So click on suggest designs, click on suggest designs. Let's use this design and see what we can make out of it. You can suggest other things, colors and every other thing, but let's come to the next tab. Go to the next tab, colors and fonts, click on it. Now select the 3 colors that are for your website, the 3 colors for the branding of your site. Let's use this one. Now the next thing, come over here, click on font set, select the fonts you want to use for your templates. Let's use this other fonts. Now let's go to the next tab. The next tab enables you to do what? To set the layout for your templates. Now what kind of page layout do you want? Do you want to have the header before the menu? Observe now, in this template now we have the menu before the header. So we can as well come over here and select what? Header before menu. You can make it to be only the header, no menu. We can make it to be only the menu. And we can make it to be simple, no header, but let's use header before menu. Now the next thing is columns. Do you want it to be without column, just template, or do you want it to be, say, one right and no left, or do you want it to be right and left, or do you want it to be 2 rights? So for now we are going to use this. Let's just use this. So that's for the layout. The next thing we are going to talk about is the background. Come to the background, select the color you want to use on the background. Let's use this. There are different ready-made backgrounds you can use. Come and click on this arrow, select any ready-made background you want to use, something like this. And check out other ready-made backgrounds available, like this. So there are a lot of possibilities. So that's what we are going to use for the templates. Now, can as well select the glare you want to use on the templates. Let's say on this top, something like this will be the glare here. You can also select, instead of using this ready-made background, you can as well use textures. Texture like this can be used, or a texture like this can be used. But better still, we have lots of textures that we can use. I use something like this. Can even upload our texture from file. So let's just use this background for now. You can add gradients, use gradient background. So the possibility you can add glares to it. As I said, look for a beautiful glare. Okay. Now the next step is the sheets. For the background, you can even import your background image, an image you have already designed and you want to use for the background. You can import it from your file. And the next thing is the sheet. The sheet enables us to set settings like the width of the template. You want it to be very small, you want it to be medium sized, you want it to be big. You can come and if you want the template to be very curved, you can come and select the radius, maybe make it to be 40, so that it's going to be very curved. You can as well work on the border. You want to use border, you can work on the transparency. Let's make the transparency to be 60% and see how it works. Let's cover the way it is. You can change the transparency, you can take it to 100% transparency. So let's use a transparency of say 60%. Now the next thing we are going to look at is the header. The header section enables you to change this header. You can change the color, you can change the width, you can change the height of the header, maybe something like this to maybe 125 pixels. You can change the height of the header, something like this. Then you can change the image you want to use for the header. There are ready-made images that comes with artisteer. If any of them blends with your project, you can use those images. Something like this could be used. Alternatively, you can use these abstract images that can actually fit into any web design project. So there are abstract images that can be used. You can add effects, like change the color. You can add glaring effects to it, something like this. And add texture, a lot of texture possibilities. Something like this. So the possibilities is endless. You can upload an header image from your file if you have already created it using Photoshop. Then you can also add a human being or any picture on top of your header, but the picture must have a transparent background. So artisteer comes with some images that can be used. So come down here and select any category that relates to your site. If you're designing, say, a shopping website, you can come and select the ready-made images that they have, something like this, and it will be automatically added to your header. If you're designing, say, a site for medical site like this pharmaceutical site, you can come and select an image like this and it will be automatically added to your header. You can come and click on position to select the particular position you want to add that image to your header. You want to add it to this place, it can be added. You can come and select effects. You can add glow effects to it, something like this to make it glowing. You can also add flip effects to change the direction. The possibilities are endless. Let's look for another image that will be better. Something like this can be added. You can change the position again. Okay. You can also upload our own image if you have created a picture like this, but it has to have a transparent background. You have to use Photoshop to create a picture with a transparent background. In the previous chapters, we covered on how to use Photoshop to create an image. with a transparent background. You can add a title to it, call it by farm. You can come over here, select the font color, the font family, the size, the style you want to use, and the other font options. Then come and select position and shift it up to somewhere here. Click on OK. You can come and add a slogan to it. Add the text like that. You can as well work on the font for this one. You can come and italize it. You can come over here, click on size, select any size you want. Okay, apart from using all these images, we can also create our own background for the header from Photoshop. We have created a banner already, so let's go to from file, browse to your exercise file folder. You see a folder called exercise files. Open the folder called biopharmaceutical. This is a banner. This picture was created with what? Photoshop. You want to use this image that was created with Photoshop and automatically bring this image, this banner picture, into our artisteer. So let's select the banner. Click on open. Artisteer will automatically bring that picture into this place. The banner is not properly aligned. There are still some spaces here that we want to cover. So go to position, then drag it so that it covers. Click on OK. You can come to effects, flip, to turn it over. So the possibility is endless. We are done with header. The next thing we are going to look at is the menu. With the menu, we can change the type of menu we are using. We can change it to any kind of menu design we want to use. Something like this could be a possible menu design. Even something like this. Or we can change it to something like this. We can change our menu to any kind of menu design we want to use. We can come to the styling, work on the shape of the menu. From the shape of the menu, can have something like this. From the shape of the menu, we can work on the margin, can work on the alignment, can work on the distance between each other, can work on the separator, we can work on the coloring of the menu. Apart from the menu, we can also work on what? Articles. We can suggest article designs. We can change the styling. We can change the text, the alignments, the quotations, symbols, the picture, design. We can change the kind of icon we want to use for the PDF icon. We can change the icon you want to use for the dates. We can change the icon you want to use for the prints. We can work on so many things. Then we can also work on the blocks. For the blocks, we can change the style of the block as these blocks. You can change the radius, make it more curved. You can come over to the background, change the inner padding of the background, maybe something like this. You can come over here now, work on the colors, few color for the, it can be something like this. You can work on the header, the icon that is used for the header. You can work on the view, you can work on the border, texture, gradient effect if you want to add any gradient effects. We can work on the contents. Lots of things can be done for the block. You can also work on the buttons, these buttons on your site. You can select the buttons you want to use and use something like this. Has been changed. So when you finish all the changes you want to do to your templates, the next thing you are going to do is going to be what? To save your template. So come and click on export. Now select zip. You want to save it as a zip file. Then enter the name for your template. I call it biopharm templates. automatically the template has been created and has been what? Exported. The next thing you are going to do is to go to your back end, install the templates, and make it your